Hello, and welcome back to another edition of Carrie's Gardening Channel. So today is February 28th of 2020, and we had last night that winter storm that went through. We were having a problem with the greenhouse door freezing shut. So we had made the latch that it couldn't lock, and we had buckets in front of it. And we've been doing that since, I think, now December. And we had different winter storms go through and never had an issue with it. But last night, the wind got the greenhouse door open. And I had 2 buckets sitting in front of it. So we had estimated like 60 mile per hour wind gusts. And it was like 13 or 14 degrees outside. So my dad got up at about 6 this morning and looked at the thermometer in the greenhouse, and it was down to 36 degrees in here. So he came out to see what was going on, and here the wind had the door hanging open, and it had actually taken the 2 buckets that I had sitting in front of the door, which they're pretty heavy buckets, and it had taken them out of the way, and the door came open. So we did have very minor damage to some of the plants. I lost one of my cucumber plants here, and this I can replant, and a few of the potatoes here, it got some of those, but you can see how close they are to the door. So there wasn't really much barrier between those and the door. It nipped my tomato plant here a little bit. Now we have radiant heat in the floor in half of the greenhouse, and where the front door is where the greenhouse is heated in the floor. We have the rest of the other half of the greenhouse heated by a pipe that runs around, and the water that runs through the pipes is about 180 degrees. So we did have the white fan running. We run that 24/7. We had a little minor damage to 2 of my eggplants here, which I'm going to show you how to take care of this so it doesn't spread through the rest of the plant. It nipped this cucumber here just a little bit. I mean, nothing compared to how it could have been. You can see there's cucumber seedlings in there. I'll plant here just a little bit on the seedling leaves. So I'm gonna get this here cleaned up here, and you can see back through. We had the wind already where it tried to get the back door open, and it got it open just a teensy bit at the top, but last night, I mean, they estimated the wind gusts were like 60 miles per hour. Honestly, it felt like more than that. It was actually shaking the floor and the house when the wind gusts were hitting. And we did check. We didn't lose any shingles or anything like that, which, you know, we're really happy about. And everything else here on the floor appears to be okay, because I have all of my little seedlings here on the floor. And my moringa trees appear to be okay. My little strawberry seedlings back there, my squash. Here's some of my squash seedlings. And another roselle, and back there is a zucchini one. I did see where it got the one eggplant up there. It looks like at the top, so I'm just going to cut that part out. Actually had pulled this foil out from behind this wire here, and we use this foil here to help insulate the vent, and it actually had this, I don't know where that was laying at. So I have my pruners here, and I have them cleaned. What I'm going to do, because this leaf here was damaged, I don't want that to travel down through the rest of the plant. So I'm just going to take my pruners and come in as close as I can to the stem of that leaf. I'm just going to snip that out. And I'm going to do that on this one here too. Now I am going to sterilize my pruners in between doing this, because I want to make sure that everything stays nice and clean. This plant doesn't appear to have any issues with it, neither does this one, but I just don't want to take that chance. So I'm just going to cut the damaged foliage out on my eggplants, the roselle, my tomato plant, the pepper plants, or the potato plants, they should come back. I am going to cut the damaged parts off of those, providing it didn't freeze down through the soil, which I don't think it did, because the bin is sitting on the heated floor, so that soil is always warm and always getting the warmth. So they should come back just fine. But you know, my dancing dolphin vine is hanging like right in front of the door. I had just transplanted these cucumbers here into hanging baskets, so they were hanging up, and my little celosia seedlings, they were down here on the floor, and I'm happy that you know, no more damage was done. I think it nipped a few of the cauliflower plants, but they should come back. I don't see where it's like damaged the stems. I think it just kind of shocked them a little bit. Because like you said, when he came around the corner with the spotlight, the door was half hanging open. And thankfully, the way that the wind was coming, it was actually hitting against the door, so it wasn't coming straight into the greenhouse. It was hitting the greenhouse and going over, and it was hitting the door and going around. But it still was not a good thing to happen. I am going to be latching the door when I go out, and we're still going to put the buckets back in front of it, but those buckets are pretty heavy, and we're really surprised that it actually got the door open of the greenhouse. Now, I did have these laying out on the floor. You can see my little seedlings down here. And even that tray over there, I had it covered with that clear plastic thing, and it didn't take that off. So, you know, I'm very happy that, you know, nothing was badly damaged. I mean, it could have been a catastrophe with what happened. And I'm thankful that it wasn't anything real major that happened. So I'm going to finish getting my plants trimmed up here and getting the damaged stuff taken off of them. And you can see more of the damage that it did here to the potatoes. Now the potato bin is sitting right on the heated floor side, so it should have kept, the soil should have been warm enough that it they should come back, because we've had frost hit our potato plants outside, and they did come back. So I'm pretty sure that these are gonna come back. And we do have little potatoes on them. I watered them the one day, and it washed some of the soil away from the one plant, and it had little red potatoes on it. But my little cucumber plant, yeah, I'm gonna have to replant that one. But that's no big deal. And you can see some more back here. I don't see where anything, with the exception of that one eggplant back there, where anything was damaged. My fuchsia's hanging up there. The pansy may have gotten a little nipped by the cold, but my leafy greens are back here, some of them. And this is another tomato plant. My impatiens down here, they're still okay. And this is another container here of cucumber seedlings. So starting right here, and going the whole way back. The greenhouse is heated by, it has a pipe going back that has hot water going through it. And it's connected in with the radiant heat, but it doesn't go through the floor. It goes around the perimeter. So that's how the other half of the greenhouse is heated. And I did turn this fan on back here to get some airflow going. But that's my tropical hibiscus bush there. And there's another tomato plant in the back. And another eggplant back there. See, there's a little pansy there blooming. So this here looks like it, yeah, I think this got damaged by the cold. So I'm going to cut this damaged part out of it. And this is going to be a big lettuce container when it's done. My lettuce is starting to come up here. You can see the little seedlings here. And this is the tennis ball lettuce. So I wanted a nice big planter of it. So I took one of my big hanging baskets and planted my lettuce seeds in there. I think it's 32 seeds in this, so that should give me a nice lettuce bin. And when I looked out before I went to bed, I seen, you know, anytime it's windy out, the light was still on in here because we give extra light at night. And I seen the light was shaking back and forth, which is normal when the wind's blowing. But I'm not exactly sure what time the wind got the door open. But it definitely had gotten it open. You can see my basil seedlings and some parsley. These need trimmed. My onion seedlings need trimmed. And this stuff here is still sitting all on the heated floor, and I have it sitting on the heated floor, or sitting a little off the heated floor, to give it that extra warmth. And that's how I have my little seeds back there, my little seedlings germinating. So, you know, that heated floor helped to keep the stuff warm when the door came open. And my dad said that after a little bit of the door being shut, the temperature in the greenhouse did start coming back up. But, which is a good thing. And I waited until I came out after I heard what happened. When I got up and stuff, when I heard what happened, I came out and seen some of what had happened. And then after the sun came out and it heated up more in here, I think it's like 78 degrees in here right now. I checked some more, and the good news is that nothing else was damaged. And I know the one time when I had looked out last night, the wind was, the snow was just swirling from the wind. And I mean, we get wind, and we've had wind with different storms, but there was something definitely different about that storm that went through last night. And the wind's still blowing today, even not nearly as bad as what it was last night and yesterday, but it was definitely something. So if you like my video, please like, comment, subscribe. Please don't forget to hit the little notification button. I'll try to put a new video on. You can also follow me on Twitter. I have a link down in the description to my Twitter account. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a nice day. Bye.